Hey guys, welcome. Welcome. This is Wumlu from Cadence Radio. It's been a minute. It's been a while. I haven't really been recording for the last month or so. Sorry about that. Just want to get you guys back. I'm getting back into the groove. Just giving you guys a bit of a break from me, I guess. But how can you miss this pretty face? But yeah, it's been very eventful. Oh, maybe it is a couple months actually. I think the last one I had was June. Maybe I did a podcast, but it's been an eventful, a very, very, very eventful couple of months. Life is in general keeps moving on, but we've seen a lot of changes in the news lately. Depends on which ones you follow. What I've been looking at really is there's two news streams you really can try to follow. I'm following the one, the independent one, a little bit. Mainstream media is basically all politicized to me. It's very ridiculous of what they're doing. Hence, I watch the debates. I guess the USA debates been going on for the Democratic leadership here. Who's going to lead them? They have Mr. Biden, who's number one in the polls, which is ridiculous. Which I think that basically this is like the same playbook they did last year, or 4 years ago. I mean, um, actually, maybe it was last year when they went against Trump. When the Republicans took office, but it's almost the same exact playbook what they're doing a couple years back, choosing their candidate before anything, propping them up, and basically doing everything in their power to get this nominee to go against the other party. They did it with Hillary Clinton, how they sideswiped Bernie Sanders. Everybody was taking a gas on that, and I think that is when the Democratic Party actually lost half their voters because of that, and they're doing the same exact playbook now. They're not listening to reason. The only people who are really pretty have pretty good ideas is I watch a little bit of debates is Tulsi Gabbard. I probably butchered her last name, but she is very very articulate, very smart lady. Some of the positions she takes, I'm not a big fan of. Um, I'm a fan of basically protecting yourself and the whole Second Amendment. And I see her really would get along with Mr. Trump. They might disagree on some stuff, but Trump is a negotiator. He will sit down, give and take, and he will basically work something out or they'll work something out. Andrew Yang, he's another guy. Very, very business-like, very business savvy. I'm not a big fan of his AI thing. I think if AI was to go about what he's thinking about is pretty much the end of humanity. I can get into a little bit of that if you guys want me to. But I see those two. Kamala Harris is just a wolf in sheep's clothing. I saw her really, I saw her really, her true colors come out where Tulsi really gave it to her in the debate, and she could not defend herself on the policies she runs against. Every time I see her try to raise money, I just see a little Hillary Clinton, but brown colored and just fake as can be. Mr. Biden, I'm sorry, buddy, you're too old. You've been in it for too long, and basically you want to just get your check and leave. So, you're in it 50 years, and you're telling everybody that if they elect you president, you'd cure cancer. But you've been in the Senate, you've been in Congress, in the government sector for 50 years, and now you want to do something. I'm for me, I'm from Canada. We're not all that we're not all that good in regards, but we need to make a change on our end here too. I think it's going to happen. I think October is when the general election is going to be for us. I think Mr. Trudeau is pretty much is out of there. Too many scandals for that guy. He just reads scripts. He's an actor, basically. He reads scripts. When he passed that bill C-16 about human rights, and if you guys are not privy to this, just look up Jessica Yaniv. This really got my goat. Really, it was a little bit upsetting. This bill was passed. They have this guy. He's basically trans. He identifies as a woman. He's actually a male, and he's suing about 16 beautician shops because they didn't want to do a Brazilian wax on his genitals. The thing about his genitals, he has male genitals. So he's been basically, the guy's straight up predator. He's been targeting these beauticians, saying that his human rights have been violated because he identifies as a woman, but he wouldn't get no surgery and stuff, but he has male genitalia. And hopefully his case gets thrown out, because this guy, I was talking a little bit about this with my fellow co-workers regarding this, and but how the story is, this guy basically is so obsessed with women getting their periods, and he accosted this lady, 14-year-old lady, on his social media site, throwing explicit messages to her and also explicit voicemails to her. It's all over the place. It has been put in, but the voicemails he sent her and stuff, him as an Elmo voice saying he wants to do some stuff with this lady, only 14 years old, by the way, a little girl actually. Then all of a sudden, when he was sending these messages to this lady, he wasn't identifying as a woman at that time. He was just basically a male trying to procure this little girl. All of a sudden, 5 years later, now he's trans, and now basically he can wear women's clothing, go into women's bathroom because he identifies as that. But this guy takes pictures in the women's bathrooms. He's obsessed about looking at ladies or trying to help them out with their tampons and stuff like that. He's saying that he's going to get a period, which is very basically basically impossible for him to do it. But this is what he identifies at, and it's okay for us to, and we have to acknowledge that. But now he sends these people to court, saying that it's baffling to me. That's why I'm kind of a little bit shocked. But he sent him because he has the right to do it now. And to tell the truth, like, trans, gay, live your life all you want to live your life, how you want to live your life. But here's an issue I have with that. The issue I have with that now is affecting other people's lives, and not to a great standard. This guy's a predator. He's racist, by the way, and all the beauticians he has targeted are people of ethnicity. And basically, these ladies are scared out of their minds. They don't want any trouble and stuff. But now, some of them need to shut down the business because this person thinks that he has a right to do that. Hopefully the human tribunals come to their senses, and basically after they throw this case out, charge this guy for being a pedophile, straight up. There's evidence there for him to do it. There's evidence there for them to get a case going. The only lady who spoke up was a lady from Washington, But hopefully some people in Canada can speak up and then we can put this guy behind bars. He is not mentally right, and hopefully karma kicks him in the ass. No, it's ridiculous that people can skirt and actually use this bill which is passed through for very nefarious things like this. This is just the beginning. I think there'll be more people who will do that, and I'm not saying that it's going to be a trans person who's going to be doing that, or I think it could be anybody. And we got to hold them accountable and basically maybe revamp the bill, I don't know, or throw it all out, because this is not a human rights tribunal. This is straight up, this guy found a loophole and he is basically gonna milk it. This guy's unemployed, lives with his mom. His mom's a bad case, crazy too. They assaulted a reporter for just asking questions, and all they do is troll people on Twitter and try to throw them out when they get offended. But this guy's been offending a lot of people, and hopefully his day is gonna come that he has to face justice. Anyways, that's my little bit of rant today. I got a lot to talk about because I've been out for about 2 months. What I want to also talk about is our state of affairs. We are coming to a passe, I think. The biggest thing I see with this the Mueller investigation. That was a big dud. The Mueller hearing. If you guys ever seen that, it's a waste of money, a waste of time, and there's a lot of people who are going. There's a lot of woodworks which are gonna open up. There's a big process in place. I think it's gonna be a very long time for the real culprits to be apprehended. But I'm being patient right now. Not that much, but like the blatant things you see these people get away with. I just read on the Gateway Pundit that there was a rogue FBI department who basically helped Hillary Clinton bleach pit some of the hard drives and also smash up her cell phones. That's the people in the FBI who were supposed to be investigating her. Here we come. The biggest news I think was the Jeffrey Epstein. The guy I've been talking about this on my podcast. If you go back about the Lolita Express, Lolita Island, about this guy. He finally got arrested, and once this guy goes to trial, which is going to be next year, which I hope he makes it there to trial. But there's going to be a lot of names, a lot of cases which are going to be opened up. The reason why I probably think that it's taking a whole year is because they're gathering up so much evidence that there's a lot of people who are intertwined in this blackmail thing with this guy. So basically, the story is Jeffrey Epstein owned an island. He owned a lot of properties, but what he used to do was fly very prominent rich people, elite people, out to his island, basically throw parties, and basically tape these people in very precarious positions, especially with young girls, like young children, basically. And now, what happened is this guy got caught. But what I think this is, and it comes from the top to the bottom. Every politician, which is, I don't care if you're in the States, I don't care if you're in Saudi Arabia, India, even Canada. Basically, you got to there because someone has some dirt on you. These demons have infiltrated our constitution, our government, and basically have made a lot of money, and they've also done a lot of evil stuff. But it is coming to pass. It is going to come out. And when it does come out, it's going to be very scary. I don't think people are going to handle it, but this is the first tip of the iceberg. I think you're going to find out that most of these elite people who people look up to, who people want to be, sports people, entertainment people, authors, you name it, the queen, the kings, the monarchs, they're also implemented in this too. Prince Andrew. It's going to be, you're going to see it, and lots of people are going to lose their way. Either going to get mad and say, what the hell is this? How come you guys can do that under our noses? But to tell you the truth, I've been researching this thing for a very long time. This has been going on for eons and eons. But now there's a shift in Earth. There's a shift in the universe. The light's coming in, and lots of people are waking up, and basically they're not falling for this. I'm going to talk about the Elijah Cummings thing. I guess his house got burglarized. If you don't know who Elijah Cummings is, he was the guy who was pressing immigrants. How come they're not treated better, and illegals, and they're in squalor and all that. But he's basically in charge of a district up in Baltimore, West Baltimore, where basically there's a lot of money which went into the government gave a lot of money to his district, but these guys are still living in squalor. They have nothing, rat infested, boarded up houses, trash all over the place. But these guys got one of the most money, about $15.7 billion, I think, or $15.6 billion sent to that district, and it didn't help out anybody. The calculations were, out of everybody in that district, if that money went to everyone in that district, people would have about $25,000 each for everyone in that district because of that money. But it didn't go to anybody. It didn't go to anybody in that district. It turns out yesterday or a couple of days ago, his house got burglarized, and in his house, the guy has $10 million paintings on the wall. Are you kidding me? For this congressman who's been sitting over here doing what? But I got a feeling that he's probably compromised too. And when the Epstein case comes out, you can tell by these guys, it's just basically all this is a money laundering scheme. That's all it is. You print money, put it in somewhere, it doesn't go to the people at all. It goes to somewhere else. And follow that money. There's the people of America, the people of Canada, the people of the world who have an economy, a banking economy. We've been robbed for too long. These people have been taking our money for so many years, and basically, we have nothing to show for it, just more debt and more taxes we gotta pay. While these other people are living in mansions, they have $10 million paintings. They got islands and foundations worth billions of dollars, and you want to know where that comes from. Foundations, billions of dollars. It's not about investing. It's about us giving money to them for no reason. And I know I got a little lady and stuff coming up, and hopefully we get this right, because this has to stop. We get taxed 30%, man. That's basically a theft charge to me. It's not even taxes. It's a theft charge. And where's that money going? They say it's going to schools, it's going to this, that. I'm telling you how many people work, how much money is made. When you got a politician, you want to go change stuff. But these politicians don't change stuff. It's just another job to them. They just want to collect a check. They want to do this, do that. They don't. They don't. And most of them are good people, but most of them are compromised, or they just stalemated because no one really cares, and hopefully this awakening is going to hit it. I could see it now. The Democratic Party in the States it's just ridiculous. I see it here. Mr. Trudeau was the shiny white pony, the unicorn who just came in. Oh, he can change it. A good looking guy, very articulate, this and that. But he just turned out to be just a crony like the rest of them, like a biggest crony. And hopefully he's exposed, which he has been exposed, and we kick him out of there. You know, we got to take our power back. You know, we got to take our power back. Like I said, I don't think people need governments. We don't need governments to govern us. We don't need to be governed. Because when it comes to government, it comes to corruption. When you get that much power or influence on somebody, you just want more power. We can govern ourselves, you know. Have a community. You know, you to watch out for your community. Somebody watch out for their community. Watch out for their community. You know, and everybody has each other's back. That's basically it. You know, I don't need a leader to say, oh, this and that, take the money and say where they go. I don't need to see that. I don't need to hear it. You know, everybody's in it together. Everybody's equal. You get the equal share, you know, and basically help each other out back and forth. That's it. You know, but we're way behind on that. But like I said, it's all about respect. You gotta respect each other, respect the fellow man, respect the fellow woman, respect the fellow person ahead of you, and maybe you can make a change. But these people who are pitting everything against us, and every time like it gets so old. Someone's yelling fire when there's not really a fire, you know. And that's what politician is. They promise you the earth and the wind and the earth. They promise you all this and they come out empty because they're all compromised to begin with, you know. And I think we are realizing that as a people. And you can tell this awakening is going to be glorious. You can hate Trump all you want to, but the guy tells us that as it is. He doesn't sugarcoat shit, you know, and I shouldn't be sugarcoating shit. That's basically what it is. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I can give you free health care, I can give you all this stuff, you know, and then when you do vote, you're pretty much sitting there collecting a check or collecting people's hard-earned money for no reason. Hence, these guys are on recess and stuff, and then they go out to Italy in a 5-star restaurant eating all this stuff on taxpayers' dimes. Are you kidding me? Like, what do you have to go to a meeting in Italy for 6 weeks and travel the world and take pictures and, you know, like, come on, man. Fucking ridiculous. It makes me sick. It does make me sick. But we need to learn. You know, I'm the one who's been sitting here, who's been talking for the longest time. I just want to get my videos out there. If I get one, like I said, if I get one person, 2 or 3 or 4 people to listen and stuff, I just planted that seed, you know, and hopefully, I know I'm just an amateur on this one, and hopefully someone sees this and like I can do it better. And then spew some truth too, and just keep on going. I think everybody should have a YouTube channel. I think everybody should have it, and actually, they should actually break up YouTube for all the censorship they've been trying to be doing on some people. Because stop, people, it's gotta stop. It's gotta stop, and I think it will. I think we're gonna be okay. I'm very optimistic. We're gonna be okay. We just need to get the rats out of that position, and basically don't replace him with anybody. I think just take that position, squash it, that's it. You know, move on, try something new. That's the number one thing, try something new. And then we can go from there. Yes, here's my rant today. I ranted for a good 25 minutes. That's pretty good. But I'm going to have somebody special next week. I'm going to see if we can get it done for sure. He can come out, help me out, do a cast for me. We'll see how it goes. It's probably going to be Maveen. It's going to be Maveen. And we're going to talk about some stuff. And he's going to enlighten me out, enlighten him on some stuff too. And we'll go from there. But hey, guys, keep up. Keep on the fence. Keep going strong. I will keep on going strong. If you can't, I'll keep on going strong with you, and then we'll go from there. All right, peace.